The rise of food delivery apps has negatively impacted our eating habits.
Wait, are you serious? That's the first question.
So to give you some background context, today...
Well, it was like self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
So yeah, today, for some reason in Japan, Uber Eats is just not, the entire app is down.
Yeah.
And Joey was like, what do I do?
Yeah, what?
And then we also normally order coffees in, which is super lazy and you should never do this. But yeah, we do this because we're lazy as fuck. And we can't order coffees. And Joey's dying for a coffee.
I mean, I had a bit of an energy drink before, so hopefully that kicks in soon.
Weirdly, today I decided, I'm going to go to my local coffee place, get a sandwich and a coffee there.
Yeah, you came prepared.
Which I never do.
Yeah.
I never do that. And I didn't look at Uber Eats, so I didn't know it was down.
Yeah.
And then I came here and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a
and
soothsayer.
yesterday I accidentally ordered 2 salads. We have 2 recording days back.
You guys were like doomsday prepping.
and so I had a salad in the fridge, just ready to go.
Maybe the combination of Gant's double order, which put too much strain on it, combined with me not ordering, it just fucked up. They were like, what's happening? Shut it all down. We got to figure this out.
Our usual customers have just gone out to get their own food.
They're like, the profits have gone down by half. We need something's gone wrong with our business
Connor
model.
didn't order one day.
All right. So negatively impact our eating habits.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say...
Jeez. Habits, I guess, how am I interpreting that? The amount of food, how often I eat, what kind of food I'm eating.
Yeah, just eating habits.
I'll say...
How much food?
I'll say...
I don't know why. I have a feeling we're all going to
Agree on this?
have the same opinion on
You
this.
think so?
I don't know. I have a feeling.
I have a feeling.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Disagree.
Oh, I said agree.
Ooh.
With 5 E's.
Ooh. Disagree. Well, Joey, you are wrong.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I thought everyone would say agree to this because...
So why do you agree with that?
Okay, I agree with this because, just coming anecdotally into this, I depend very heavily now on Uber Eats because A, I can't cook, and B, I'm too lazy to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Right? And I think the problem now is that because you just have a selection of anything and everything that's in your area, right? I think most people, like to think to themselves like, oh, I'm going to be eating healthy and, oh, thank God, there's a salad place right next to my house. So let's just like keep eating salads and whatnot. But if you're given the choice of like salads and a bunch of like unhealthy foods, let's be honest, most people are going to break and just go, you know what, today I'll just do a cheat day. I'll just get McDonald's. I'll just get blah, blah, blah.
Argument for the disagree camp.
I
agree. We order salads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you guys have strong wills.
I
taste of
hear that,
salads.
Joey, and I'm like, weak mindset, skill issue.
No, yeah, obviously.
If we're going anecdotally, my eating habits have gotten way healthier from delivery apps just because I'm too lazy to make a fucking salad. If I'm cooking something, I want to cook something I'm like properly craving, like a fucking lasagna, like a roast.
I tried to find croutons once at my supermarket. They just didn't exist.
Yeah.
I just couldn't find them. And I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that's also a skill issue.
This is so annoying.
I found croutons in Japan before.
Really? I could only find them in
times.
Costco.
What?
In my local supermarket, it's a pretty sizable supermarket.
Yeah.
They didn't have it.
I have it in my local supermarket.
I asked them, I was like, crouton, arimasu ka? And they were like, oh, dame desu.
What is a crouton?
Yeah, and I don't know. I just can't make my salads taste good. There's just way too much effort to have like a good tasting salad
Agreed.
with something healthy.
Okay, well then why did you say agree?
Okay, so the reason why I put agree is that on the one hand, I do agree with that notion. And I do find myself, often my lunches are very light.
Yeah.
And here's the problem I have. Ordering dinner, I always over order. Or I always feel like I get more food than I need, which results in me eating more food than I want.
Right.
Because I think I always order like 1.2 or 3 times what I want. Like one's perfect.
But is that as a result of food delivery apps, or is that as a result of your misconception and misjudgment of Japanese food portion sizes?
Well, no, it's like I feel like at a restaurant, I don't have this issue often.
Right.
And I feel like in Uber Eats, because you're often like, all right, sometimes I'll order something. It'll be like, add 200 more yen to your cart to get free delivery. And I'm like, all right, fuck, I guess I'll add it. And then you're like, all right, well, now I have more food than I wanted.
Right.
I just find that it's harder when I used to cook myself. I haven't done that in a very long time. I have to like dust off my pans.
Yeah.
Yep.
I found it way easier to make the portions that I wanted.
Yeah.
And I found that I was eating better because of that. I think also as well, definitely, sometimes at dinner, I don't choose the healthiest options. And like, if I cook for myself, I can at least make sure I know what's in it.
Yeah.
And other times I'm like, man, I don't really know what I'm eating sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's that ease of access that's like at least for like the majority of people who use food delivery apps, is just like, because you have that option to get anything and everything, you're going to get the tastiest stuff. And 9 times out of 10, the tastiest stuff is usually rather unhealthy.
Okay, this is from the perspective of like, how often a week do you order stuff? And yourself. I actually just so we can like, because I think that for this argument to make sense, it needs to come from the perspective that we all tend to use this app quite a lot.
Yeah,
I probably use it maybe like 2 or 3 times a week.
I'm like 5 times a week, I think.
Oh, okay.
I am also 5 times a week for lunch.
Right.
Because I get salads every day. Because if I didn't have an Uber Eats app, I would probably eat a lot less healthy because it's less exciting. I like cooking, but I like cooking stuff that I know that I like and is going to taste good. It's a lot less exciting for me to learn to cook a recipe that is, health, that I'm doing for like health reasons, that I might not enjoy as much as cooking like a good like fat lasagna or like a nice pasta or some Thai food, And to me, like, delivery apps has made it like the rise of delivery apps has also come with like the rise of choice, because I think before Uber Eats was a thing, the only thing you could really get from delivery are pizzas or some burgers or stuff like that. But now with this whole new rise of delivery apps, you have a whole new, I don't know what to call it, genre of foods that is out there. You can have like, of course, you can still get the pizzas and the burgers, but now I feel like there's a rise of different healthier choices that just weren't there before. And yes, one of the big downsides of deliveries is the fact that you don't know what's going into your food. If you want to eat healthy, the best way to control exactly how many calories and what ingredients you use is by cooking yourself. But right now, there is more choice for healthier options than there was like way before. Because before, like I said, you order out, what does that mean? Pizza, burger, kebab, and that was pretty much it. So I think that's why I actually disagree with that, because if you have the right mindset, you can still have healthier eating habits.
He makes a good point, boys.
I'm a weak man gone. When I'm out of that checkout and they show those ads for McDonald's, sometimes I cave.
Some days I'm just like, you know what?
Sometimes I cave.
Domino's sounds really good right now.
But okay.
I cave in.
Okay, you had that day before Uber Eats was a thing where you're like, fuck.
I didn't, because I didn't have money.
Okay,
because I was broke.
Well, that's nothing to do with this.
That was that one day in uni when you got together and you're like, fuck. It's like you came back at 2 a.m. or some shit, or you're like, fuck, I'm craving food right now. What the fuck do you order? You order a Domino's. Or that time when we went to Singapore, Joey, and we spent 5 fucking hours trying to order.
We got Pizza Hut at like 3 in the morning.
3 a.m. We had no fucking Uber Eats, you know.
But you gotta make God, that shit was lit.
That shit was lit. But we used a good old phone, Joey, and we had to stumble our way through.
It was so funny. It was just like 5 adults in an apartment in Singapore, Airbnb. We were just like scrambling around on this phone, being like, "How do you order pizza on a phone? I've never done this."
Yeah, and we were like drunk. It was me, Joey, Alan, and Sydney. We were drunk watching fucking anime OPs all day. Just like, and we were like so drunk. We were like, oh, what would be great right now? Pizza. We don't know how the phone works. So it was like 4 horrendously drunk people trying to work a phone, which is a lot harder than what it seems like.
It took like 3 hours to order this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's the only thing that was open at the time.
It was the only thing.
And I guess everybody in the city was trying to order from this one Pizza Hut. So they were just like, oh yeah, we'll deliver it to you in the next 2-3 hours. And we're like, what the fuck? And I think it arrived at like 2 or 3 in the morning, right?
Gosh.
It was pretty lit though.
So do you guys think you eat more now, like portion sizes, because you get to order, or do you think?
Yeah, because I feel like I have this bad habit where I'm worried about like if I get too little in when I order food. I don't know. Like I'm like I don't want to be hungry, which is so dumb. Because I think that I'm not really gonna be hungry. I'll just be like slightly like peckish.
I mean, I for one, regardless of the food delivery apps, like just this past year, I've been like cutting down on portions a lot because I'm trying to lose weight or whatever. And I have successfully. But at first, it was like really fucking hard because it's so easy to just boop, open up Uber Eats and then just be like, yeah, I'll just order whatever. Yeah. So I really had to like control myself with that. But again, like, you know, I understand that for a lot of people who don't want to do that or who can't do that, they're just this sudden impulse to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to order a shitload of food because I can, because it's convenient. I don't even have to move from the couch. Boom, it's right there. So yeah, for me, it's actually been less the past year, but that has, again, nothing to do with food delivery.
Yeah, I feel like I would get I mean, ultimately, I should just cook is the world's best scenario. However, the convenience is worth so much right now in my life, and then how I you know.
I mean, even before where I like properly got into Uber Eats, I still think we're just lazy. All right, we're good. Even if Uber Eats wasn't a thing, I would probably be eating more combini food.
I mean, I still do.
I think that the way that we live our lifestyle and the way that, like, you know, especially the content creation stuff, it's all so fast and we have to be at places or to be on camera for a bunch of like a time. So I think it's kind of impossible to have your cake and eat it and be like, you should just cook. And it's like, well, we just don't have time.
Yeah. I mean, like today is a perfect example. Uber Eats app wasn't working and I didn't have any food. So I literally went to the convenience to get food. Like that's just how it is.
I know people like meal prep and stuff. And that's, you know, I think that's also a good option. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just lazy. Also,
people would just be lazy. I think my food habits have gotten healthier after food delivery apps, because before I was maybe not combini, but just going to the supermarket and getting like the pre-prepped meals.
Those are good. I like doing that.
Those are good, yeah.
And you know, even when I lived in England, just going to Tesco's and just buying a Tesco meal deal, which I would argue is, you know, not any more or less healthy. You know,
depends what you get, really.
I used to always get like the little like 6-piece niggity like roll thing. Because they would always be like 100 yen at the supermarket, which is ridiculous. But I mean, like, great.
They fill you up too.
Dude, like, those things, like the cucumber ones too. Those things are just rice, salt, and veg, and you're like, all right, I'm full now. Fuck this.